Good afternoon, folks. My name is Ivan,
My name is Mitchell O'Brien.
and we are presenting the environmental issue behind H&M. I will have Mitchell start us off with the details of the H&M brand.
So, looking at H&M's company synopsis, we have figured out that H&M sells about 600 million garments every year. In total, that's about 182 tons of clothing, and it is expected to increase in the future. The competitors of H&M are fast fashion giants like Zara, Gap, and Abercrombie and Finch. Now, when we look at the business model, this is how H&M works. They work to make affordable, trending, and high quality fashion for all. And we saw that H&M made about $24.8 billion in 2019 by doing this trend.
So H&M's environmental issue begins on many different levels. To start, its garments are neither biodegradable nor recyclable, and only 14.7% is environmentally friendly. And the company pledges that they are sustainable, even having a special tab on their website for sustainability when really they aren't. Combine that with new clothing styles, the older styles go out of style pretty fast. This encourages people to throw them away and buy new clothes, which is very wasteful. I will have Mitchell elaborate on how this is done.
Thank you, Ivan. So, how does H&M do this? So, we saw that H&M tries to create new styles every week and every month to try to stay on trend, which makes people want to toss out their old clothes and buy new ones to start this trend and start the ball rolling. That makes people feel like they need to buy and acquire new clothing. Since their garments are not recyclable and they're single use only, they can only be trashed and thrown away. And with this, it stockpiles the landfills and it causes terrible pollution. Instead of replenishing their stock, H&M, they find older styles that they reinvent to make it a new trendy style again.
So many of H&M's garments are made out of polyester, nylon, acrylic, and many other non-eco-friendly materials. When they are washed in washing machines, little fibers and parts are extracted and eventually make their way into the ocean, which causes microplastics. These can take anywhere from 20 to 200 years to degrade and is ingested by many living organisms in the ocean. Along with that, the clothes can only be dumped in and largely contributed to Earth's trash, as well as strain on resources. And also, some of these materials, such as polyester, require fossil fuels to be used, and then it creates an increase for emissions and worsens climate change. I'll have Mitchell elaborate on the business perspective.
So, looking at the issue from a long term business perspective, unloading costs onto the environment tarnishes the reputation of the company. It may also lead to boycotting. The company is at the mercy of environmental regulations. People are starting to catch on and see what H&M is doing, causing harm and hurting the environment, which will also lead to the boycott. Fashion is better on a healthy planet. Markets are affected by the climate change, and this is true. We see that there's a direct relation between if a company is hurting the environment or helping the environment. So all this it can be a long-term business perspective through H&M.
So, does H&M manage this issue well? We don't think so because the company is deceiving its customers and makes people think that it has sustainable practices when it isn't. It makes blank statements such as the environment is at the core of our business or we really care about the environment. We recommend that the company should reduce the amount of seasons drastically. That way, people get more excited with each season, and also it should factor in the true cost of clothing. That way, it would become a higher end brand and have a high reputation. And that will conclude our presentation today, folks. It's been our pleasure to present for you.
Thank you very much.